Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the two scanners that I've done previous videos on, which is the ArtiDiag800BT versus the ThinkTOOL Mini. Now, many of you guys know a lot of these have the same firmware fitted to all of them and they look exactly identical. But I'm going to go over which one you should buy because I keep getting a lot of comments on the previous videos, which I'll link as we go through each tool above so you can go and watch them, asking which one is better because I reviewed two of them and it's confusing a lot of you. So let's get on and review both scanners so I can tell you which one I would prefer to buy and which one I believe is worth the money.
What? Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo. When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you know.
So in front of us here, we have the two scan tools that I've actually reviewed. Now, I'm not going to show you the functions that they do because you can watch that on each video when I link it above, showing you the differences between them both. But we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of both the scanners. Now, when you look at them, they are both in the same size box. If you stood them on top of each other, you wouldn't know any different. Stand them up, and they're exactly the same as well. Now, when you're looking at them, you're seeing two different names, as many people come across the market, especially on Amazon or eBay, when you see them and look at them and think, which one is actually better? Well, this is where I'm going to be showing you the differences. And there is differences, but they're very, very small. And that's what I'm going to go over between each one. So the first one we're going to start off with is the TOPDON. So we're going to open up the TOPDON one, and inside it comes inside the hard case, which is very solid, and obviously it protects the device, as I explained to you on the video. It's a great feature to have. Obviously you wouldn't want to open a box and end up receiving the scan tool just dropped all inside there and thrown about. It's not really sellable, and obviously you wouldn't want to spend, over £400 on a scanner to have it just thrown around. Therefore, it does come in a hard case. I will open it up and I will show you. So inside, you've got your scan tool. You've also got all your charging plugs, which is right here. Now, one thing I do like about TOPDON is to give you a plug inside for every continent in the world. Now, that is a great thing to actually have. Obviously, I'll go on to my reasons for that in a minute. You also get your USB cable inside, which plugs up to the computer and also is used to aid charging. You also have your instruction booklet, and you also have your serial number and your activation code for the device to activate the device when you get it. Now, this is the device in question. Up here, you have your USB and your USB-C for charging, which is right above there, and it closes, it's waterproof. At the back, you've got your serial number and your ID. Here, you've got your OBD port device, which just pulls out like that. And there's also got the serial number on your OBD port as well. And obviously it just plugs straight back in. When you turn it on, just turn it on right now, you'll see it loads up and says TOPDON. Now, they do take a while to actually load up. Bear in mind the firmware that's actually on the system itself. Once it loads up, I'll show you everything else on the scanner and what things it can actually do. We will leave this on when we do the ThinkTOOL one as well, so I can compare them both and show you guys the firmware on them both. But if you see here, it's now loading, and once it loads, you'll see all the functions it can actually do. Just want to point out, TOPDON, when you actually buy this device, you do get a lot of manufacturers free, and also maintenance and reset functions, which is something I know a lot of you are going to say is a copy from Launch, but Launch don't give you that. Now, when you see here, you've got your scan, you've got your OBD, maintenance service reset, your IT folder, repair info, update, and obviously your setup. Now, obviously, if you click in scan, you can see all the manufacturers there that you've got all along there. So it does have a long list of manufacturers. All the way down to the bottom, we can go to every single manufacturer, and it will have every single one you need. You've also got OBD and IM, you've also got the demo, You've got a lot of things you can do on here. We've also got the OBD, which I'm not sure what that does. So it will just connect with the OBD device on the system itself. Obviously we ain't got the OBD plugged in, so we're back out of that one. And obviously you can hear it beeping to tell you not to forget it if you've got it plugged in. You've got the maintenance and service reset, which is right here as well. And you've got all the functions there that you can do, which is all for the language, knock, sensor, SAS, anything you want to do, this one's able to do. Now, the user interface itself is a very nice layout, and I believe it's a great tool. This one I highly recommend. TOPDON I've been working with for a very long time. Their customer service is brilliant, second to none. When you want to compare the next thing to Alltel, I would rate TOPDON. They will come back to you. Their customer support team is absolutely excellent. It's not full of bots. You ring them, you have a problem, they will help you immediately. Another thing I want to state right here, right now, is this company I haven't had an issue with yet. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by an issue when we move over to the ThinkTOOL. They didn't want me to state it, but I am going to state it because I have to make a lot of you guys aware. TOPDON, I received the product, it fired straight up, worked straight away with my actual registered account and worked faultlessly with no issues. This is the device I highly recommend. This is the one I have been choosing to use myself on my car so far. That's why it stays out. And there's a reason why I keep this. As I said, it comes with all the plugs in there. So you've got for every continent, which is great by TOPDON. That's something they think about their customers and where it's going to in the country, not just one country. This manufacturer looks after you, and it's also a great tool, and it's actually cheaper than the other device. But as you see there, it will do all the things needed, and I do highly recommend it. The rubber casing is very nice. It's very protected, so if you drop it, it ain't gonna damage it. It works fast. I've used it twice now, and I've had no issues. Used it on all my cars, and it scans them, finds the faults perfectly with no issue. Therefore, this is one of the devices I do recommend. And if you are looking to buy it, I still recommend the TOPDON one over the Think one. And now I'm gonna go over the negatives on the Think one and the positives on that one. But there isn't any negatives I can think about this one. For the price, it doesn't do programming and coding, but it scans your codes, it finds your codes, and it tells you what the issue is. For the money, it's worth it. The way it's laid out, it's neat, it's compact, and as I said, it comes with everything you need. Therefore, you don't have to look anywhere else, and this will last for a very long time. The fact TOPDON are giving new buyers a lot of the car manufacturers for free as soon as you buy it, you don't have to pay for them, is a plus, because when you buy the device, you can use it immediately without the fear of having that you're going to need to pay more and more money for each thing. They also give you maintenance and service resets with it as well. Something Launch, Alltel and ThinkTOOL do not give you. So that is the TOPDON ArtiDiag800BT, and I do recommend this product, and it will be linked down below. The video seeing how this device works will be linked above, and this does all your fuel trims. This will read out all the data graphs as well from the DME, but it is not bi-directional by any means, and it's also not for programming and coding. TOPDON do another device for programming and coding, but it is more expensive. But for what this device can do, it's a brilliant device. And like I said, the moment I opened it, I knew straight away this device was worth it, because they had already given every customer everything they needed inside, which is something the other one didn't. So we're gonna put this down, and now we're gonna move over to the ThinkTOOL Mini. So that now brings me to my ThinkCar, which is the ThinkTOOL Mini. Now, many of you would have seen the dongle I reviewed by them, which we'll do in another video, versus the TOPDON one, versus the ThinkCar dongle, which is the little dongle which connects to your Bluetooth app. That's a separate video, but we are now reviewing these two. So overall, we're gonna now open this one, and I'm gonna show you what's inside on this one. So when you first receive it, you'll get it in the box like this, just the same as the TOPDON one. You'll also notice it comes in a carry case as well, saying ThinkCar. Upon opening it, you'll see right here, we'll open it all up. You'll now see we've got the ThinkTOOL Mini. We'll put that aside. You'll also notice we've got one plug for one continent only. This is not good considering they're selling them in the UK, where, as I said to you, TOPDON provided plugs for all continents. ThinkTOOL just provides you this one plug and the cable, which is the same as the one you would have seen in the TOPDON, and expect you to charge it. Now, if this is going to the UK, it's not going to work. You're going to need to buy an inverter. They're charging more money than TOPDON, and they're not even giving you the right adapters to charge it, or also to plug it in, which I think is a bit cheeky of them, considering they're charging the amount they are compared to the ArtiDiag800BT. You also see here, it's just like the TOPDON, you get your serial number and activation code. You've also got your massive book right here, which is instructions, massive user manual. God knows how many pages it is. I would even dread to think, but it's over probably about 200 pages in here of things in here to do with it. So that's your instruction booklet as well. When you look at the device, the only difference we've got on here is it's got a camera. How many of you are going to use a camera? That depends on you. You've also got the handle grip, as I showed you, where you put your hand through and you can hold it steady while you're doing it, but it doesn't make any difference because most people are going to be sitting in the car or whatnot while doing this. You've also got your OBD device, which is exactly the same as the TOPDON one. Pushes out, comes out, serial number on top, and it just puts back in and it does bleep whenever you leave it in the car. On the back here, you've also got these tabs, which I'm just going to open up and show you guys. Now this is for all their other accessories that you can buy for ThinkCar, which is a printer, which I did mention in the other video. You can print diagnostics report if you're a shop and show the customer. If you look here, you've got a SIM card slot. This is where the printer pack would actually go. On the back here, you see it right there, and you slap it on here and it can print out the things. You can buy the whole device with the printer for £1,000, I think it is, but it just really isn't worth it to have a printer. I know they're going to be doing an oscilloscope and many other things, TPMS reset and things like that on this device. That's what they've got all the holes for. They have got a lot of things coming out for it, but as I said, they are still early on. And like I said, the way this is laid out, as you'll see, I'm just going to power it on for you guys to see as well. You'll see there's powering on. So we've got the device all powering on. I'm just screwing up the backing plate. And they are very sturdy, I must say, for this being a Chinese made product, but the screws are very sturdy in case you have to take the back off, put the back on. They all can take the accessories, so don't think it's only one model that can. They all can take it, but it's just you can buy these scanners with it or without it when you purchase it. Now, if you see there, the ThinkCar one is loading up now. Software is loading up. It's now loading, which we're just waiting for it to load up fully. And if you'll see there, it comes up ThinkTOOL Mini. Now you have diagnose, maintenance and service, quick check print, Think Store, and the Think module. So if we go into maintenance and service reset, you'll see here, that's everything it can do, which is basically the same as the ArtiDiag800BT. Now, the price difference with this, just want to say, this is already $489 or $459 in the UK. The ArtiDiag800BT is only $430, and with the voucher code of £40 off, you'll get it for $390. I don't believe there is a voucher for this one. I will check. All of these will be linked in the comments below and in my description, so you can go and check them out and buy them. But as you see there, that's all the maintenance and service resets. See here, that's all the new ways you can do things. You'll see here as well, we've got diagnose, and then you've got all your cars here as well. It does do all manufacturers as well as the ArtiDiag. You'll see here, the software is exactly the same. Everyone seems to be using this exact software, but they're not giving you all the functions as you would expect. Now this does look like a launch clone, same firmware, just saying ThinkTOOL Mini. You'd think it would say launch and you wouldn't know any different. You also have the Think Store to download apps and everything else you want. So if we go into the Think Store, you can see there all the apps at like $50 on whatever else it is, but I've got them all unlocked, but these are all the other ones that you can buy to unlock. And if you can see here, you can buy direct from the store all the light, the video scope, the battery tester, the module lock, diagnostic cable, the tripod, the scope box. So you've got a lot of things that Think are going to be bringing out to make their obviously products stand out more than other competitors. Whether it's a good device or not for the money, I really don't believe it is. I believe the ArtiDiag800 is worth it. Now, I just want to state here as well, you're seeing I've got this device right here. Now, if I just put that down, I will move that to the side and I'm going to be showing you another one that they sent me previously. Now, I wanted to do this as a warning to you guys to make sure, and this is why you would have seen in my video telling you to avoid it, is because when I first got this device, you'll see here they sent me two. This one ended up being faulty. Now, not faulty on the firmware or anything else, the Wi-Fi adapter was completely messed up and it wouldn't log into my account. So they sent me another one, which was this one, logged into my account over in China and sent this over to me already logged in, because I couldn't do the review because this one wouldn't sign me in. Now the device works, you'll see here it powers on, there's not an issue about it coming on, it just wouldn't sign on. Now, if you can't sign in, you can't get access to the main screen to do diagnostics or anything else on the device. This needs to pass, having sign in and register to make it work. Now where this didn't work, they had to send me another device, which was fully working, and they tested it before sending it, but they didn't test this one before shipping it. Now this could end up happening to you where you buy a device from them and it don't end up working. And that is going to be bad for them and for you. Now as you see, it's still sitting at the same screen. I tried to log in and it gave network failed. It was always connected to Wi-Fi. I sent them videos showing it. They didn't even know what was happening with it. And as I said to them, this is very bad, because if a customer bought this from Amazon, received it and it wasn't working, they're going to give bad feedback on the product, and that's not very good for the amount of money that someone's going to spend on this scanner. This is why you would have seen me on my video say avoid it, because of that reason. Now, I'm not having to lie to you, because I wouldn't have two of these devices for no reason. I definitely wouldn't have paid for them, as you guys know. Not to have one that's not working, I would have sent this back, but they told me not to even worry because it's useless to them. But even in the other kit, you still see here, they still give one plug and one cable. Now, each one has their own benefits, positives and negatives, but this one has a lot more good features, like the camera and the fact they're bringing out the other tools. The software is exactly the same as you see on the ArtiDiag800BT. They're no different. And the difference with the ArtiDiag, they give you all the plugs for all the regions. This one does not, but this one has exactly the same software layout as you'll see, but just this one has a camera, a handle grip, it can go on a stand, it can use an oscilloscope, it can do everything else you want it to do. But are you really buying it for all that? You have to ask yourself that reason. If you're in the UK and planning on buying it, bear in mind it doesn't come with a UK plug. So you're paying for all that and still gonna have to buy yourself an adapter. With the ArtiDiag on the other hand, it's actually more nicer. The layout I think is a lot better. It comes with enough plugs as well for every continent, so you're not gonna have to worry about going out and rushing to buy an adapter or sticking it in your English UK plug so you're gonna pop it and risk injury to yourself or anything else. Therefore, overall, I believe for the cheaper price, the TOPDON meets all the needs possible. It can do everything like the ThinkTOol Mini. It gives you more. They're charging more for this device, considering it's not worth the paper it's on. TOPDON is affordable, easy to use, and will last a long time. Their customer service is brilliant. You guys know I've been reviewing TOPDON products for a very long time. I have had no issues with anything they have ever sent me. That's the God's honest truth. If I did, I would tell you, but I've not had no issues with any of their thing. I get it, it works straight out the box. They're always in the UK. When I first got this device, they didn't even have it listed in Amazon in the UK. They only list it because I told them to list it, but they didn't even have it listed. When TOPDON send me a product, they already have it listed on Amazon. It's already been selling, because I go and look at the reviews already, and this product has already been selling and got very, very good reviews. It works for everyone's needs and it's doing everything people want. Therefore, do you need to pay the extra and have less and more? No, you don't. Therefore, the ThinkTOol, I don't recommend. The TOPDON ArtiDiag800 is the tool I do recommend. Okay guys, so you've just seen my opinion on both scanners. Now this is just my opinion. You guys don't need to follow it. You can go and buy whatever you choose and whatever suits your needs or whatever you feel looks nicer or is going to benefit you in different ways. You've seen both what they can do. Both videos would have been linked up above while you was watching each scanner, so you can go and see which one does. But let me just assure you, they both do the same thing. They can both do data streams. They both read fault codes. They both can do ADAS calibration. If you don't know what ADAS calibration is, that's automatic driver assistance systems calibrations. They both do it. They both can do maintenance and service reset functions for all cars. Therefore, it doesn't make sense to pay extra just to have one with a camera, which I believe you can't even use at present. The TOPDON ArtiDiag800BT is one I've been using myself daily. This one that just sits still on my bench and stays there. The rest of them are in the box and up the top. You've just seen, I have no reason to lie. This is why I did put in a video to avoid the product, purely because they sent me one that it didn't work. Now that could have been you guys. One of you could have bought that and it could have ended up happening to you. We tried everything. They thought it was because of my Wi-Fi, my internet. I tried connecting to others. It was nothing to do with my account because they signed in. They tried sending me another account. One of their test ones still wouldn't log in. So just be cautious of that. The fact that they don't give you all continent plugs as well, that you could receive it and you might not even be able to charge it and it might come dead. Therefore, that's another extra day not knowing if it's working or not working, because it might not be fully powered and you might not have an adapter. These are all things to bear in mind when buying a product. When you buy it, you want to get as much for your money as possible for the lowest price. Therefore, if you do want that, the TOPDON ArtiDiag800BT is the one to go for. That company have been very, very loyal to this channel. Every single product I have been sent by them has worked faultlessly, and every single product they design is absolutely brilliant. Never had an issue with any of their products. ThinkTOOL was the first. Like I said, I will be reviewing the mobile dongles that both companies sent me. So I hope this actually clears up a lot of things that a lot of you have been asking me in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You now see the scanner that I believe you guys should buy. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and goodbye.